Hello there, and welcome to one of the videos where I discuss the Senran Kagura series as a whole, as well as my thoughts and opinions on each of the games that follow. Our first one on today's budget is this game itself. Well, not this game, but the one that came out on 3DS, Senran Kagura Burst. We can't technically talk about the first one since Skirting Shadows came out in pretty much only Japan, so we'll have to talk about its re-updated version, the Burst. Senran Kagura Burst, basically. Thoughts and opinions will go like this. I'll judge the game basically on how it is, basically by gameplay and story value. Story has a huge impact on the grade as well, and gameplay can support it. And it also counts if it has any afterplay as well, and replayability. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Senran Kagura Burst originally came out quite a few years ago already. Hence why it has this remake right here, what you're seeing on screen. Senran Kagura Burst. Now this was a fun game, to be honest. If I have to get right down to it, I had the most fun out of this game entirely. And it's closely tied with another game that was also on the 3DS for this one too. But that other game that's in the tie also has one of the best openings, to be honest. In my opinion, one of the best and most symbolic. But we'll talk about that when its time comes. First up is Birthday. Now, I pretty much won't go into the how and explaining how the story is and all stuff, but I will explain my thoughts and opinions on it, and it overall was a great story. When I first read it online and saw what kind of game this was on YouTube, it was just like, wait, what? This thing actually has legit stories instead of just being all girls and all sex all the time? Jesus. And I just thought, well, I'll leave it to the Japanese to actually write good stuff. I mean, look at Tetsuya Nomura in the Kingdom Hearts series. It's one of the hugest things on my channel right now. Well, for me. Barely anyone watches my crap anyway. Anyway, the story as a whole was not bad, and I really enjoyed the premise of the entire thing. From each of the girls' struggle too, as it really brought depth to their character. More so than others. Basically being more so on the other side of Hibijo rather than the Hanzo, but they still had Hanzo still had some depth to them, which was actually pretty cool. The fact that they put this much into a story was just absolutely amazing, and in my opinion was what made this game the best. Besides its gameplay, which it could use some work. But most gameplay nowadays for some of these games don't really tend to do what it's supposed to and do what it did originally. But we'll talk about that when it actually comes time for that. And most of my complaints on the gameplay would be probably mention Estival Versus, but that's neither here or now. Anyway, the gameplay was not bad. Like I said, it could use some work, but it was pretty much really good and really playable, in my opinion. Just a few work tweaks here and there, and that could be it. And the story's finale was actually pretty cool, giving both schools a simultaneous good end. But at the same time, the stories between the good and evil side somewhat kind of clashed with each other in a couple instances, which I'm pretty much wondering if half of what the evil girls went through was actually canon or not. Because there are a few things that does indeed clash with the good side story, as it does with the evil sides, and that kind of bugs me a bit. have no idea why it clashes so badly. Like there's this one instance where Asuka's just hounding Homura on the evil side to go and fight. And the same could not be said in this version, in the good version of the story. It was Homura that was actually being completely evil in that case, and it's like, what the hell? Why are there differences in the story? It's just makes me wonder. That's about it. Yeah, that's just one of the things I could complain about, but it's really a nitpick at this point. It's just something that basically confuses me. But everything else was right good about the game. The characters' combos were excellent, amazing. Unlike nowadays, where some of the combos feel like they, for some characters, lack. At least that's how I felt about it. Like Yomi nowadays, she doesn't do a spin when she does her usual combos, which is one of the things I really enjoyed about her in the original. Even though she was harder to control back then. It was like literally the last character I got an A with, but you know, whoever got all A's with, I mean. But you know, that's just, I guess that's just the work of a first game. Let's see, yeah, story excellent, gameplay could use work, but yeah, it's pretty much really good and excellent, and I really enjoyed it. As for the replayability, it kept me coming back, to be honest. With all the titles you can grab and all that stuff, I really wanted to go back and just complete it with everyone, and actually work in the effort to get an A. Now that is something in itself, which is future games have not done yet. Not even this remake here does the same thing. And that alone sets itself up for, yeah, being one of the best imaginable, because it's the only game I actually came back to and virtually didn't give up on. There's only a few games, I gave up on, and some I'm still playing, to be honest. But yeah, that's how I feel about the whole replayability of Senran Kagura Burst. It was actually pretty damn sweet. It kept me coming back, adding on 2 characters with Rin and Daidoji, so that was actually pretty sweet. I enjoyed this game for what it was, and I played it back in the tail end of 2014 when I originally played this game, and I enjoyed it. What can I say? I freaking enjoyed it. So much so when I had to replace my 3DS, I got the game back, and now I'm playing it again, going through it once more, and I'm not hating it. I'm absolutely loving it. And that takes some effort to make me do that. I haven't gone back to a game and actually liked it since Kingdom Hearts 2. And that says something. Other times I play games just to go through it. Or for bragging rights that I do it on. Rarely do I ever have fun with it again. That's just how it is. Overall, I give this game a pretty good grade, 9 out of 10 to be honest. It could use tweaks somewhere to keeping it from being perfect, but you know, it's not bad. And that's what I enjoy the most about Senran Kagura Burst, to be honest. Let me finish this up. Alright. And with that out of the way, this is how I feel about Senran Kagura Burst. For more thoughts and opinions, you can always message me in the comment section below. I usually answer because, you know, I rarely get comments anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, that's about it for today. So for now, this is being Crime Master, and have a good one.